It was Harold V. Melchert who once said, "Live your life each day as if you're climbing a mountain. An occasional glance to the summit keeps the goal in mind, but many beautiful scenes are to be enjoyed from each new vantage point. Climb slowly, steadily, and the view from the summit will be the fitting climax to your journey." We are all on this journey to reach our own summits, but many a times the conditions, circumstances, context throws us off guard and we happen to get off course on our journey. In today's video, I'm going to share 6 steps that will help us stay on course and achieve anything that we want. So let's start with step number 1. Step number 1 is know what you want. It was Eric Fromm who once said, the main task of a man is to give birth to himself, to become what he is meant to become. The most important product of his own effort, he says, is his own personality. So we are all on this process of becoming something. But how would we become something unless we know what it is that we want? So the first thing or the first step is to take time to decide on what it is that we really want. The second step then is to know who we really are. Now you and I are spiritual beings going through a physical experience. Now that means for us anything is possible. It means that there is a power within us that is far superior to any conditions or circumstance that's around us. So by virtue of being spiritual beings, we are someone very unique. It was Rollo May in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, who said, the difference of courage is not cowardice. He says the difference of courage is conformity. So most people, they conform. They follow the crowd, not realizing that being spiritual, they are all unique beings meant to do different things. All of us are planted on the planet to do something special. We have a very special task that is assigned to us. But when we conform, we tend to ignore who we really are and we follow the masses. And according to Rollo May, 95% of the population are just following the masses. They do not know where they are. They do not know where they are headed. They do not know what they really want. So get to live inside out, knowing that there is a power within you, knowing that you and I are spiritual rather than living outside in. By living outside in, we allow the conditions, the circumstances, the difficulties to control us. So step number 1, know what you want. Step number 2, know who you are. Step number 3, believe. The great teacher once said, everything is possible for one who believes. Belief is one of the most important pillars or one of the most important values on which you and I need to live our life. Unless we believe something is possible for us, there are chances that we would go off course when a condition, circumstance, difficulty, obstacle comes our way. We need to believe that it's only a matter of time. It's only that next step that we need to take, and then we keep going. Another important step that we need to follow is to write it down. Write down all the things that you decided you really wanted. The exercise that you completed in step number 1, now you're going to put that on a piece of paper. Because magic begins to happen when you write it down. Until such time that you don't write it down, it's just a wish. It's said that if it's not written, goals are not goals, they are mere wishes. So write it down. Written goals transform wishes into wants, cannots into cans, dreams into plans, and plans into reality. So don't just think it, ink it. This was said by Michael Korda. When you write the things that you really want, when you keep looking at it day after day, multiple times a day, you tend to become one with the thing that you really want. You get emotionally involved with it. And that keeps you going. When tough times come, it's the tough people who last because they know what they're after. They know who they are. They believe that it is possible and they have written down the things that they really, really want. The fifth thing, or the fifth step, is to listen and act. Now, there's a difference between listening and hearing. You can hear and not listen, but you can listen and not hear. You're asked to listen. Because when you know what you're really after, when you take that time during the day or early in the morning or just before you retire for the day, when you take that time to be with yourself and listen to those hunches that's given to you, when you listen and then you act on those hunches that you get, on those ideas, those plans, those tools, those techniques that will come to you, when you act on them, magic begins to happen. Well done, they said, is better than well said. So don't just say it, do it. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity, said Amelia Earhart. So don't just think, don't just talk, but act. Don't just say, but show. Don't just promise, prove it. And for all of this, action is required. Your action and my action should speak louder than words. Action sets up a momentum. And when you get that momentum, you keep going. Anything that comes your way, you're now ready to jump over that obstacle rather than being stopped by it. And finally, it's gratitude. You and I need to be grateful for the things we already have while we hope and wish and look forward and act on the things that we are after. If we cannot be grateful for the small things, you can never be grateful for the big things. So be grateful in every situation that you find yourself in. Even while you're waiting and waiting for that big thing that you want to physically manifest in your world, be grateful. Knowing that it's only a matter of time before you see the thing that you really hoped for. And when that happens, when you're grateful, that attitude of gratitude again causes magic to happen. You will be met by people. You will receive appointments. You will see opportunities come your way. And all the things that you are really after will begin to happen. It's said that happiness does not cause gratitude. It's the gratitude that causes happiness. So be grateful. Be happy in the situation that you find yourself in while you chase that big dream of yours. While you chase that something that you're really after. That what you really want. So just to recap the 6 steps once again. Number 1, know what you want. On that journey, like Harold V. Melchert said, we have a summit. But unless we know what that summit is, what it is that we are really after, chances are that we may go off course. So to stay on course and to achieve anything you want, know what you really want. First. Second, know who you are. You're a spiritual being going through a physical experience. Therefore, everything is possible for you. Believe. Believe that as a spiritual being, one of the foundations or one of the values that you need to inculcate is belief. Knowing that the things that you're after is going to happen, it's only a matter of time. Fourth, write it down. Don't just think it, ink it. When you write the things down and you happen to look at it day after day, multiple times a day, you become emotionally involved with the things that you are after. Fifth, listen and act. You will be getting ideas, plans. When you sit down all by yourself and listen. And when that happens, act on the idea that comes your way. Don't procrastinate. Take that step. Do what you need to do right where you are with what you have. When you act, you begin to get the momentum. And finally, be grateful. While you wait for that big thing to hold it in your hands, while you wait for it to manifest in your real world, be grateful in all situations. So follow these 6 steps. My wish for you is that you stay on course in whatever that you are after and you achieve everything that you want. Cheers.